see leadership in adults, but what we want to see is leadership in every human being in their special way wherever they are. And to know more about it, we have with us Dr. Faz, who is a multicultural and multilingual diversity expert who understands the direct challenges and opportunities business owners, executives, and leaders experience. And he has a company, Learn to Grow Rich and Worldwide Success Academy, which provides executive coaching and training in leadership, communication, and human behavior. He's also an executive director with the John Maxwell Company, which we all are aware of. And with 40 years of experience in Fortune 100 companies, and as founder of 3 companies, Dr. Faz has acquired a healthy pulse on the many challenges that corporations and small businesses must conquer. So the best part that I liked in his profile was the mantra he lives out with is yes, you can, by empowering others to discover, embrace, and boldly live to their fullest potential. And as he's also a medical doctor, you can have both sides covered. So absolute pleasure to have you, Dr. Faz. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Julan, and it was a great introduction. Thanks for having me here. Let me start like this. Do you recall when your parents would tell you to stay away from certain people or certain areas because they had a bad influence on you? We all had that when we were young, and still we tell our kids the same thing. Don't go there, don't hang out with these people, they are not good influence on you. So that shows that influence makes a huge difference in our life. How we get influenced by others, how we get influenced by environment, how we get influenced by circumstances, that changes a lot in our personal life. Like one very simple way of influence is a smile. If you give a smile to someone, you see they are going to smile back, and it's going to make sometime your day. So that's another influence way. But good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, you're watching us or you're listening us. My name is Dr. Faz, and when Julan asked me to come in this show, I made a promise with myself that I'm going to bring something which people can use right off this show, so they can make a difference in their personal life. And also I made a promise, not only I'm going to offer you to just speak here, if you would like that content which I'm going to share with you, you will be more than welcome to reach out to me, and I will work with you in the future. So let me tell you one thing. Everything rises and falls on leadership. Regardless, wherever you are, whoever you lead, and whatever you do in your life, regardless, everything rises and falls on your leadership. If it's a family, is it a business? If you are an entrepreneur, you are working for a corporate life, wherever you are, if you want to measure the way of that corporation or that family or that community or that country or that whatever organization you lead, you can see through their leadership who they are and what they are. So the leadership is the most important thing in our life wherever we are. But my point is, what is leadership? That's the main question. Comes up, what is leadership? So if one sentence I have to translate that leadership, I can say leadership is influence. Nothing more, nothing less. If you don't have influence, you're not a leader. If you are a public speaker, if you don't have influence, you're not a public speaker. If you are a coach and if you don't influence people, you're not a coach. So everything rises and falls on leadership, and leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. So but now here's a question. A lot of people, they get confused with the dictionary meaning of leadership, because the Webster dictionary tells you leadership about position, about title. If you don't have a position or a title, you're not a leader. But that's not true, my friends. Position needs leader. Leader doesn't need a position. Leader makes the position. So you can lead wherever you are, however you are. If you want to lead, you can lead. It's a learnable skill. I get this question all the time in different conferences and conventions where I go, and people they ask me, Dr. Faz, are these leaders are born? And I always smile and I always laugh and say the same thing and answer the same way. Yes, of course they are born. I never saw an unborn leader in my life, and I don't want to see either. So everybody was born, but they were not born leader. Everybody was born in the same way. When he came to this world, either a nurse or a midwife or a lady doctor hold him upside down and slapped on his back so he can cry and everybody can smile that a live kid was is born now. That's the way everybody was born. We all have the same thing. Few people get a different environment, so they get good quickly, but other people they take a little longer. But this is a learnable skill. Everyone can learn and everyone can improve in their leadership skills. And they build their influence wherever they are and they want to. So, how we can build our influence? First, we have to do our influence inventory ourselves. Number one, how, who do you influence? That's you have to know. Are you influencing thinkers or doers? Are you influencing secured or unsecured people? Are you influencing losers or winners? They have so many kind of people around. So you have to understand who do you influence and make sure you go from that from the further. And for influencing people, you have to have few qualities in yourself. You cannot influence without number one, skull integrity. You can not lie, so you have to remember what you said. You have to have an integrity in your life. People can see through you. Let me tell you one thing. People don't listen, people don't observe, but they see. Because that's why, as a public speaker, as a trainer, I teach people that your words only count 7% in your life. 38, 37% is your tone of the voice, tonality. And 55% is your body language. Means people are visual. That's why you see nowadays the best media, even in the social media, you can see this YouTube because people want to watch rather than listen, rather than read on Google. They go direct to the YouTube and see what they want to see. So they are watching you. They can see through you. If you are going to lie, they can find because people don't buy in you until and unless they don't buy in your vision or mission until and unless they buy in you. They have to trust you. I get this question all the time in different conventions, different seminars, wherever I go, and I ask this question to my audiences: what's the highest compliment you can give to someone to show your love and affection? You know what? 96% people gave me the same answer. Oh, we love you. I love you. And, especially in North American culture, we see that sentence 200 times a day. People say to different people. But do you think this is the most powerful compliment you can give to someone? A lot of people say yes. And I say no. We love so many people in our life, but we don't trust them. So the trust is a lot higher and stronger compliment for someone than love. We have to trust people first. Once we trust them, obviously we love them and we get influenced by them and we love them and we follow them. If somebody is claiming that he is a leader and nobody is following him, he's not a leader. He's just taking a walk. Okay, he has no influence. Am I right? So you have to have your influence, and influence comes with integrity. People they see through you. Whatever you speak, you walk for the talk, not just speaking and just giving fake it till you make it kind of stuff. It doesn't work, my friends. So influence comes from your integrity. The second most important thing is you have to nurture people. As a leader, you have to nurture people. You have to empathize. You have to listen carefully what they need, what they want. And if you go with that nurturing part, people will automatically follow you. They are going to be influenced by you because people don't want to be managed. Keep in mind, nobody wants to be managed, but they want to be led. They need a leader, not a manager. So my point is try to be a leader, and leader's job is to lead them, not to manage them. And leader, unfortunately, with the different cultures in around here, people think leadership is a privilege. No, my friend, leadership is a responsibility. If you don't have servanthood in your mind, you are not eligible for a leadership role, period. You have to serve people. You have to earn your respect, not to claim your respect, not. And most of the time, what happens when people go and try to influence people, there are seven different ways they try. But let me talk about a couple which are very, because I have very short time today, and this is like a whole day topic, or sometimes 3 day conferences I do, and whole day seminars I do on this specific subject. Sometimes people force people to follow them. They do forcefully. They want followers with the force. It doesn't work, my friends. Then there is more like a common way, especially in corporate world and at your workplace, in your job, is called intimidating. They intimidate you, like either my way or highway. Your boss tells you 10 times a day, you have to follow me either my way or highway, because they are forcing you in a different way, but they are intimidating you. You have to follow because your paycheck is depending on that. But do you think you respect them, or really they are influencing you? Of course not. Then the third level, let me tell you what it is. Mostly people, then what they do is they manipulate people, because there is a fine line between the motivation and manipulation. Keep in mind, and a lot of time people manipulate because of their own reasons, and they want to get whatever they need out of you rather than they provide you what you need. So manipulation is another negative way, but the best way is called exchange. Means win-win situation. Me and Jersey, if we are talking, I have to keep in my mind that my friend get the same level of benefit which I'm going to get. It's going to be win-win situation. I have to respect you so you can respect me. It's going to be mutual benefit. And then last but not the least, which is a very few leadership roles they can reach to that level, which is called uh, respect level. You have done so long for so many and so far that you don't have to do anything. People will do for you. People will take your name and as a legacy with them. And that's how you become a peak level or pinnacle of that leadership role. And that's why I teach 5 lessons or 5 levels of leadership, which is a very popular among all the corporate world, wherever they call us. And this is the main subject they want us to teach their management. 5 levels. So let me give you a brief, and then I'll wrap it up because I have very short time and it's very difficult to cover this huge subject in 30 minutes. Uh, there are 5 levels of leadership. Keep in mind. Number one level, which is the most like a bottom level, base level, is called position level. When you get a position, like for example, I hired you as a manager. Now you have a position, you got subordinates there who can follow you, and they have to follow you because they have no choice. You are the boss. So now you are telling and teaching them to do this and do that and do that, and they either want or they don't, but they have to follow you because their paycheck is depending on you. So you think that you are a leader? No, absolutely not. It's a position leader, which is the bottom level. And everybody, there is nothing wrong in that role because everybody starts from somewhere. So you just got started, but you have to improve. You have to go to the next level. You can't just stay. And 95% people, once they get the title, they get the position, they think that they are going to be okay. Why they have to move on? And they think that if I'm going to stay in this job for 10 years and 15 years, everybody will be liking me and obviously following me. That doesn't work, my friends. You have to improve. So the next level, because I'm doing very quick, that was a position leader. Now you go to the next level, it's called permission leader. How it works? Now you got a job, you got a position. Now you said, okay, let me work with my team. And I start talking to my team players. And I said, tell me a little bit about yourself, who you are, how's your family, where do you live, how long you've been here, and do you have any issues here while you work? And do you need any help out of me because I'm your boss? So now you're going to feel more comfortable to me because he's very friendly as a boss and he asks about my personal things. So people feel more comfortable. Then what happens? The people, when they work from 9 to 5, they want to get out at 4:59 every day. Now, if they finish their work at 4 o'clock, they are going to walk in your office and they're going to say, boss, I still have 1 hour to go. Do you want me to do something extra? Means they are giving you the permission to tell them what they want to, what you want to get it done. Rather than before that, they didn't want to even see your face because they didn't like you, but you were just boss. Now you created a next level of respect there. And the third level then is called production level, which is a result oriented. What happens? Now you say, okay, I'm your boss and I'm very friendly to you and I like you, you like me. Let me tell you how to do the work. I'm going to show you personally how to get the job done. And now you're watching me and you're going to say, wow, he's my boss. He's so friendly and so calm and so humble. And also, he knows the job. I want to be like him. Now you become his model because everybody wants to move up and they want to see at someone which you will be the model for them because you know the job. And now company is happy too that production is coming out because you are producing. So what happens? You see 360 degrees in that company, whether you're subordinates or your bosses or your on your side wings, everybody is going to look at you. That here is a guy. Since he got here, he came in this company. Company is moving in a different direction. We are getting results. That's the third level. Now the fourth level is called people development. Now how it works? Now I can say to my whatever the team player, listen, I'm your boss, I'm your friend, I showed you how to do the job. Let's do it and I will watch you. You do it and I'll watch you. And there are a few steps in that specific level of leadership. What we do is first, I do. The second, I do and you are with me. Third level, I'm going to say, you do and I'm with you. You do and I'm with you. The fourth level is you do. And the fifth and last level is going to be you do and someone will be with you. Means you are going to. Now, at this point, company is going to look at you, the boss is going to look at you, and your subordinate is going to admire of you because you're not adding the value in the company now. You are multiplying. You are doing an explosion in the results because you are creating 5 of you, 6 of you, 10 of you, just like you, who can produce all the results. Automatically, you become the hero there. You get more influential among all. Last but not the least, like I said, it's called pinnacle. It's like a personhood. You have done so much, so long, and for so many that you don't have to do anything. People will do it for you. Like you see Mother Teresa, you see Martin Luther King, you see Gandhi, or you see any those personhood leadership. They are not even in this world, and people are just carrying their legacy. Why? Because they have done so long for so many and so much. You so same thing you can create, and that is only hardly 1 to 2% people reach that level. In this entire journey, the first level and the fifth level, which I just told you, None of them is under your control, because first level, somebody appointed you. You didn't have any control. They gave you a job, right? Same thing, fifth level, you can't ask for the respect. People are going to give you the respect if you are going to do everything right, like the other people did. So my point is, you have to work entire your life to build your influence on the second, third, and fourth level. Means permission level, production level, and people development. And there are so many consequences there, because when you come to the people development level, people get scared, especially insecure leaders. They get scared. If I'm going to uh, develop somebody else doing the same thing which I can, maybe he's going to replace me. So they are insecure people. But no, if you know your job, you are competent and you are confident, you don't have to worry about. Be honest and teach them, and let them do, and let them multiply. Obviously, if they will go up, you will go obviously higher than them. So that's how you improve your influence. So leadership comes from influence, and how you build that influence, like I was telling you. And there are so many other stuff in terms of influence. We do almost whole day seminars on this, and I teach them 10 different ways to build your influences. Like I just showed you what two ways, like integrity, and then other was nurturing. But you can also do by listening, by understanding, by respect, and all those 10 different factors we teach, and we try to demonstrate them. So, my friends, leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. And if you don't influence people, you are not a leader. You cannot lead the pack, because they want to see you, what you do, what you say, what you speak, what you talk, what you walk. So influence is not about position, like I mentioned you. Position doesn't make a leader. Leader makes a position wherever you are. So many places I can show you. I can give you an example, even in the 100 Fortune companies where I work with. Believe me or not, the top three people are not as competent than somebody in the middle who's leading the pack. And you can see right there, because they are the true leader, because they have more influence. Like I can give you a best example for that. If you remember Lady Diane, everybody probably remember that. When she went through the divorce and she was divorced by Prince Charles, who had the crown? Who had the palace? Who had all the privileges in their life? Prince or the Diane? Obviously, Prince Charles had all that. But who was the most influential person in United Kingdom? Still, she was Lady Diane. So, influence, being an influencer, being a leader, you don't need a position. She made that position. So, influence is not about position, it's all about, and in a normal day, in our normal average person in their lifetime, they make like 10,000 influences in their lifetime. I'm talking in average. You guys are not average. You are highly educated. You are highly competent people. You are leaders. So think about yourself, how many people you influence in your life. Way, way higher than those average and people. So my point is, are you doing the same thing which you do every day, or you're improving every day? Because being an influencer, you have to grow yourself to go up. You have to grow up to go up. You can't be on the same place where you were in 3 years. But if you didn't learn one thing since yesterday, you actually wasted one day of your life. It could be a single word, it could be a nice gesture you learn from there. So make sure you improve on a daily basis. It's not a one day or someday. There is no one day or someday in your calendar, period. Show me, you can see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I never saw a one day or someday. So my point is, don't go to the someday island. Just be realistic, improve day by day, every day. Then you have to make sure, why do you influence? You have to know the reason of influencing people, because leadership is, you can't just be a leader without having your any vision or mission or anything, you have to know why you're doing it. What makes you to do it? What is your passion? What is your purpose? Because when you know your why, then how and what will fall in its place. My friends, before I wrap it up, have you ever seen a horse race? Of course, either on television or in person. Have you ever noticed at the finish line how apart the number one and number two horses are most of the time? They say by a nose, by a nose. But number one horse gets 10 times more prize than number two. Did you notice that? Do you think number one was 10 times better than number two? Are you agree that number one was 10 times better than number two? Of course not. It was just by a nose. So same thing happens in our life. You don't have to be 10 times smarter, 10 times charismatic, 10 times hard intelligent, 10 times educated than anybody else. Just my friend, to be successful, to get rewarded, find your nose. That's all you need to be successful. You have to find your nose, whatever you do in your life. Just find that nose. That makes you successful. That makes you rewarded. So, my friend, with that, because we are right on time, I would like to wrap it up. If you would like to know more about this subject, or you would like to learn a little more than whatever I could tell you in only 30 minutes, feel free to reach out to me. I am on Facebook, I am on LinkedIn, I am on Instagram, or all the social medias. And you can see the name of my company right behind me, Learn to Grow Rich. You can go on my website. My team will reach out to you. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me, and you can just join our team. And we will love to walk you through these stages of your leadership and influences. So, my friends, keep in mind, everything rises and falls on leadership, and leadership is influence. Nothing more, nothing less. Let's get the job done. Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate your time and your attention. Please make sure you just adopt those steps in your life and be successful. Thank you. God bless you.